Hi and welcome to my very 8th YouTube video. This time I'm going to give the Landgraab family a little makeover. I'm also going to make over Johnny Zest because he's biologically their son, so for me he's part of the Landgraab family and I'm going to give him a makeover with them. To get inspiration for his look, I looked at some of our younger German comedians because Johnny Zest is a comedian, and I realized some patterns that they often wear colorful jackets and often have that spiky hairstyle that a lot of boys had while I was in elementary school for some reason. And so I gave him exactly that. He already had a colorful jacket, so I just kept that. I only kept that more sleek hair that he had before for his formal wear and his party wear, because I thought at such events he would want to practice what he learned as a kid growing up with the Landgraabs and give off a more classy impression. Relationship-wise, I first made him actually biologically related to his parents in my save file, and then I also made him and his father Joffrey best friends, because I don't think Joffrey would be able to push through and stop his wife from kicking out their son for his life decision to become a comedian, but Joffrey is nonetheless a good sim, and I think he still loves and supports his son. And I even can imagine him sometimes sneaking out in secret and watching some of Johnny's performances because he's secretly proud of him, maybe. So I gave them a very good relationship, but I also gave Johnny very bad relationships with Nancy and Malcolm. And lastly, I had to change Johnny's last name to Zest manually because my native language is German and I play The Sims in German, but I really want the names to be their English equivalent just because it's better and because I want to publish the save file, and therefore I don't want it to feel weird if the Townies suddenly have different names. Next up is Joffrey Landgraab, and I kind of really wanted to get rid of his mustache, even though that's kind of an iconic look for him. I wanted to see if there's a way to make him look like a man in his late 40s without the mustache and how he would look with that. And I found a hairstyle with a little bit less hair that did the trick, and I gave him a little stubble and different glasses, and I thought that really suited him well and I really liked it, so I kept it. I hope no one is offended or thinks that I changed his iconic look too much, but I just thought he looked a lot better that way and I liked him better that way, so I wanted to keep it. And I think there's not much left to say about Joffrey that I didn't already say in the part where I talked about Johnny. But there was one thing that I noticed when I was dressing him for his cold weather wear, and that's that I used that pullover with the jacket over it in almost every cold weather wear for my base game makeovers, because in my opinion that's just the best looking option for the top of the cold weather wear. And even if I also allow seasons clothing, there's nothing that I find better than that or that looks kind of neat and dressed up like I wanted it for Joffrey. Next up is Nancy Landgraab, and I think the Sims team already did an amazing job to capture her personality in her looks. I think she just looks mean, vain, fake, slightly crazy, and like she really wants to show off her money. And now that I say it out loud, it sounds kind of mean, but I mean that in the best way possible because it's Nancy Landgraab and she shouldn't and couldn't look any other way. So I just tried to accentuate that, and the MAC matte lipstick was actually quite helpful in that because he made her lips look even more fake. And I made sure to give Nancy a lot of enemies in my save file because I thought that is what she would want, and also I made sure that she's enemies with everyone that is in the special agent or the police career, because that would make sense for someone who's a criminal, except of course her husband. She's not enemies with him, and it all worked out perfectly because now she's enemies with Bella Goth, which I think is pretty cool, and also her across the street neighbors. She doesn't like them very well. But the best relationship, of course, she has with Malcolm, who is her little golden child, and I think that's it for Nancy. Now on to Malcolm. With him I was really debating because both of his parents have that nice blonde hair and he has cheese hair, and I don't really understand why, and I was kind of debating if I should change it or not, because as well as with the mustache I think it's kind of an iconic look, but then I changed it because I just think it makes more sense that way. And with his clothes, I really wanted to make him look very chic and like he really cares about his appearance and his clothes, and he's a snob, so I thought he maybe really wants to show off his wealth or his family's wealth with his clothes, and so I put him in a suit for his everyday wear because I was pretty sure that he wouldn't mind that. And now I hope that you enjoyed and liked this video, and it would really mean the world to me if you would subscribe, because I think this YouTube thing is really fun, and if I would see that other people like what I do, that would just be amazing. So thanks for watching, and I hope we'll see each other again.